boys. We are back.
Yep.
That's Dave. I'm Ed.
I'm Eddie. Oh, crap. You're Eddie. I'm Dave.
Yep, and we are ramping things up as we head down the stretch of the NBA season. Dad, how you doing?
I'm all right. I was really excited last week about the All-Star events.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so there's where we're gonna start the show today. We haven't talked since the All-Star game. It's been a couple weeks now, but I know you were excited about it. So why don't you tell me your thoughts? Is the All-Star game saved?
The All-Star game is saved. I don't know if the slam dunk event is saved. I mean, it's
the slam dunk contest is dead.
It's a joke.
It is a joke.
And you know the other thing, the skills competition with throwing a ball through a tire. I mean, that's so tired. It's boring. The 3-point shooting I still like. I think that was a good event. And I like the contestants in it. So that's still viable. But those two other competitions are horrible. And the slam dunk is horrible because of the lack of star power, shall we say? Mm-hmm. They need like the best dunkers in the game to be there, and stars. They need stars like Vince, when he first started. So that's my take on that. But in terms of the actual format, like the World versus the two USA teams and the round robin and playing a quarter and stuff, man, I watched every second of it. Like, this is the first time I can remember ever, Eddie, in all the history of our watching All-Star games together. Like, this is the first time, I think, ever that I was engaged. Like this, they were actually playing defense. They were. There
was a moment in the first game when it was the World against the young USA team. And when it was going down the stretch, and it was like, oh shit, like, okay, because didn't
Wemby have 31 in that game?
Yeah, and then like Scotty hits that game winner, but like down the stretch of that game, it's when it started to heat up, and then the next game between the two U.S. teams was like, oh man, they're trying, and like Wemby was trying, and then all of a sudden it was Kawhi who just catches fire. That one quarter that he had, where he had like 35 points in the quarter, and like that's some of the best shot making I've ever seen in my life. Like it was
historic.
Yeah, it was. It was like, oh my God, this guy's the best player in the world when he wants to be. He still is.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it up close when he took over that game. That was really exciting. And you're right. I mean, like it was the competitiveness. It was there.
Yeah. It was just I was just thrilled by it, and I was disappointed because I was hoping for the World. I wanted to see more of Luka and Jokic, but of course both those guys were hurt. So
yeah.
I get it. But still, I love the format. I think it's a great format going forward.
Okay,
it's tied in with the Olympics kind of thing.
So let me ask you this. So you think the format is the reason why it worked?
I think, I think that's a great deal of it. They also the contestants that they got for both sides, I think, was really interesting.
Well, see that's the thing. See, I disagree. I hate the stupid format. I guess it's kind of like I get why it worked, but to me, I think you got to take this momentum and bring back the East-West because it's just too complicated, man. And like I'll admit, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would because it was competitive. But to me, the reason why the game was better this year is because you have all these guys coming in like Wemby and Anthony Edwards and Cunningham and Duran, and they give a shit. And I just think somewhere along the way, the LeBron, KD sort of like generation just kind of basically acted like and I'm going back to the Dwayne Wade and like all those guys, right? Like they've always just kind of acted like they were too cool for the All-Star game.
With one exception, and you know who that is.
Who?
Kobe.
Well, but Kobe was a generation before that. Like I'm talking about the last 10, 15 years, right? And like all the kind of the megastars, have kind of treated the All-Star game like a joke, and they show up.
But Kobe was the last one who treated it like it meant something.
Well, I mean, yeah, until now, because like clearly Wembenyama was playing hard, and like I said, Ant is just like a psycho, and he was playing hard, and like they took it seriously. And when the young guys are doing that, then the old guys kind of like have to play hard because otherwise they're going to lose, and they don't want to look foolish. That's what nobody wants to look foolish. Right. So I just think that LeBron, KD, Steph, that whole generation, like they would come in and fuck around for 3 quarters, and like nobody gave a shit, right? Mm-hmm. It was just like a party for them, but they didn't take the game seriously. And now this younger generation, it seems like, is on the right track towards taking the game seriously.
Yeah, and that's part of it too. It's partly the format, and partly the competitiveness of the players and their desire to do that.
I disagree. I hate the format. Bring back the East-West.
Well, I don't know if that would work, I really don't. I think part of the reason why they were motivated was because, this is a USA and they're motivated and all that crap. But no, I think that's part of it, Eddie. I mean, you could see it in the Olympics. It was tied in with that, the broadcast with NBC and all that. And after that, the USA beat Canada in the hockey game recently. So I mean, there's a competitiveness of global sports that I think is attractive to that, and I like that. That's why I like the world against the USA. I think it's a perfect metaphor for life as we know it. So I don't know. I liked it.
Canada they blew that game. They should have won that game.
Oh fuck!
They fucked the game up.
Yeah,
they did. I mean, if you're missing open nets and shit, like sorry,
God.
Like you can't.
McKinnon and Celebrini and oh my God, there's so many.
Makar had one where he got absolutely right. It was a great save, but I mean, you got to fucking bury that.
I know.
So realistically, they should have won 4-1. It is what it is. This isn't a hockey podcast. No, I don't know. I disagree. I think I want to see the East-West. Part of the problem is the voting aspect, and it makes no sense leading up to it, where it's who am I voting for? Where are they going to play? I just miss okay, here's the East All-Stars and here's the West guys, and here's my rule: if you have to explain anything in sports in more than a sentence, then there's something wrong. Yeah. It's so what's the All-Star game? Well, there's 3 teams and 2 of them are USA. And then one is from the world, but the USA, it's kind of right. It's you lost me already, right?
Well, I mean, against the 2 USA teams, it was East versus West, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't East versus West. It was the young guys against the old guys, but then De'Aaron Fox was randomly on the old guys team. So it's is it really the old guys or is it?
Well, yeah.
It made no sense. The whole thing was
so maybe what they would do to tweak it. For next year would be to have East versus West in the 2 USA teams.
But that's too many teams. How many fucking All-Stars? Because then it's going to be look, look who's an All-Star this year. It's Brandon Miller. Oh, look at him. Good. Oh, man, what a guy. Najee Marshall made the U.S. team. Wow. Let's throw him on the PJ and get him out there.
I liked it. Hey, listen, I think it's
it was a better All-Star. It was a big win for a league that needed a win.
Yeah.
And we can get into some deeper conversations about Adam Silver and some of the decision making. Mm-hmm. We can save that for another time. Do you like Adam Silver as the commissioner anymore?
I would if he
had some balls.
Yeah, had some balls and said, Chauncey, you're out for good. I'll get all these players.
Kawhi, you're suspended. Ballmer, I'm sanctioning your picks.
Right.
What the
Kawhi,
what the
fuck? Kawhi.
But it's not just that. It's
penalize Ballmer.
The season's too long, and he hasn't. They don't. All they give a shit is about is money. Yeah. But they don't care about the product. Guys get hurt left and right.
Oh my God! You wouldn't believe how many players these days are hurt, and the teams are not playing them.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. One is tanking, which is a legitimate concern in the league, and Stern has come out and said, not Stern,
Silver.
Silver has come out and said we're going to address the tanking issue for next season.
Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know what measures he's going to do. I don't know what that means, but I mean, it is a serious issue. But
What are you gonna do? Look. Can we play? Can we do some role play for a second? You're
sure.
Adam Silver. I'm Danny Ainge.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
Hey,
How's Salt Lake?
hey, Adam. Good. What's the problem here?
What are the housing market like in
Okay,
Salt
come
Lake?
on. Ask me a real question
Oh,
here.
okay.
You're getting mad at me about tanking.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, you're tanking. You're not playing marketing enough.
All right. How much you gonna find me a game? For every game that I tank.
I'll find 50,000.
Done. Beep. Like they don't like what can they possibly do to police this? Here's the thing, right? If you lower the season to like 70 games, let's say, cut 12 games out for each team.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you lower, you get rid of the load management issue. You get rid of guys playing hurt. The season's not as condensed.
Mm-hmm.
You get rid of tanking in a way because you're taking those games away. It tightens up. If you take those extra games away, it tightens up the standings, right? So like you can't you don't have as much of a chance to just throw the season away, right? Because like you can't by the time you know what I mean. It would cut down on all the dog days, which is like this is where tanking is a problem in February and March.
Yeah.
Because football season ends and all the eyes turn towards basketball. And the first thing that a lot of people see is the Utah Jazz sitting their best players all fourth quarter because they're actively trying to lose, right? And it's like it's gross, but
It is.
I don't know. I think, but like you know what? If he had any balls and he cared about the product, he would shorten the season. But he's not going to do that because they're making way too much money. And you know, I don't know. I question whether Adam Silver is a wartime conciliary, you know, for lack of a better term, because there's a lot of things that the league is up against right now, and he doesn't seem to give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I agree with you. I think he needs to get some balls and deal with some of these
That's what I mean. Is he a wartime conciliary? You know, like it was all great for when he first took over. Like the new TV deals came in, everybody was making money. It was all about, you know, player empowerment and, you know, all this shit. But now, like, it's a league that's, you know, the viewership is going down. Nobody's going to games. Nobody's watching games. And the product, quite frankly, like, has gotten out of hand. Like, nobody, you know, I don't know.
I mean, I still think that there's, you know, the fan bases are still solid in most of the franchises.
Yeah, the fan bases are solid, and the money is good because the TV revenue is massive.
Right.
Because everybody wants the rights. But,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Adam Silver. Anyway, I want to talk about, let's talk about some actual basketball quickly.
Yeah.
The team I wanted to get to tonight was the San Antonio Spurs, who,
I'm watching them right now.
yeah, and they're kicking the Raptors' ass, are they not? No, actually, it's halftime and it's a close game, but big picture with them. They just walked into Detroit, who's the second best record in the league, and waxed them on their home court. Mm-hmm. This team, like, they've won 9 in a row. They're fully healthy now. Mm-hmm. Wemby is a legitimate superstar.
Yep.
And then they've just got all these dogs. I mean, Steph Castle, what he's turned into, I don't think anybody expected that.
No.
Fox is a perfect fit.
Dylan Harper, man.
Dylan Harper off the bench. But you know what? He's not being asked to do too much. But, man, he's a crazy athlete. You know he's Ron Harper's son, right?
Yeah.
He's an absolute he's an electric athlete.
I loved Ron Harper when he was playing on the Lakers.
I know you did. Yeah. Everybody loved Ron Harper.
Yeah, I loved Ron Harper.
Yeah. He was on the Bulls, too, for the Jordan years, too,
That's
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Dylan Harper's a stud, but he doesn't have to do too much because then you have the De'Aaron Fox piece where he can play off the ball. Yeah. You know, he can kind of take charge when Wemby's out of the game, and then if you really need a shot in the last couple minutes, he's not scared, and, you know, like, he's a perfect fit.
The addition of De'Aaron Fox to that team transformed that team into a legitimate contender.
Well, I agree, but it's all Wemby, man.
It's all. Of course, it's all Wemby. I mean, you can even see it in the, you know, I'm watching a couple of minutes of the game tonight, and you can see the hesitancy of Scotty Barnes when he attacks the basket. It's even if Wemby doesn't even block the shot or anything, he's just afraid that he might.
Yeah, I know.
So this his
The defensive
presence
impact is
is
insane.
unbelievable.
It's insane. But then also like offensively, I mean, you could see the growth and the confidence just growing every day. And
Yeah.
like it was interesting that Pistons game because I said they waxed them. They didn't wax. That was a good game. The Spurs took over in the fourth quarter, but Detroit you could see was really trying to be physical.
Yep.
And they were just trying to bang him. They were bodying him. They were pushing him around. He fell over a couple times. And you could see he got frustrated, but he never lost his cool. And he also never fucking backed down, man. Like, you could see the competitiveness with him where he's like, all right, this is what you're going to do? Fucking bring it, man, because I'm ready for it. Like, it's pretty incredible to watch this and what this team. I think everybody knew that this team was going to be good. I don't think anybody thought they'd be this good this soon.
This soon, yeah,
and
I agree.
You know, I
think they're a year ahead of where everyone thought they'd be.
Well, this is what I wanted to bring up because I think, gun to my head, I'm still picking OKC to win the West. But if Jalen Williams is hurt, that's a real problem.
And that's a real problem. And Shea's been out for a while. So,
well,
I mean,
no,
they'll get him back.
He'll be fine. It's the J-Dub part that he's been banged up all year, and I don't know what, like, they're being coy about it right now, but like we've seen this happen before where it's like, oh no, a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden it's like early April, and it's like, you know, he's still doing 3-on-3s, and it's like, okay, this guy's not going to play in the playoffs. No. We'll see. You know, with the Spurs, my gut tells me they're a year away.
Yeah.
Because you go through teams and teams that win the title, right?
Well, there's a process, right? You have to,
yes.
If you get to the finals and lose, that's part of the growing process of a team. You need to get to the finals and lose,
or at least to the fucking second round or something, like
or to maybe the quarterfinals or the whatever the semis.
Yeah, like, you know, because I mean, you go through the list. I was looking at it today, going through the list, and like, you never see this where a team this young just all of a sudden bursts on the scene and win a title. I mean, the only examples I could come up with, OKC last year, actually, they felt like they were a year early, but they also lost in the conference finals to Dallas the year before and at least like had that experience.
Yes,
so they had like a deep postseason run under them.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit like this year is young, but they still went through that battle last year, and they've at least like been in the playoffs, right?
What about? Let me ask you a question. Following up on that, what about the Pacers last year? They weren't battle tested before, were they?
But they didn't win, right?
No, they didn't win.
So that's my point. Like, I'm talking about teams. Like, I'm talking about winning a title, right?
Right.
But
the Pacers came to they made it to the conference finals in the East
the year before.
The year before, yeah.
And then they made it to the finals. So that proves my point, right? Like, nobody just bursts on the scene and wins a title. Like,
right.
You know, like, so, like, the Warriors were pretty young when in their first one, 2015, but they also lost a couple years in the playoffs to San Antonio in 2013. Like, they had a couple years of losing in the playoffs before they won their title, and that one felt new, right? Like, you go on down the line. I mean, Shaq and Kobe took a couple years.
Yeah.
LeBron obviously took a couple years. You know, even Michael took a couple years of losing. So it's like, all that's to say,
the Celtics with Tatum.
Exactly. Like, those guys lost. They had excruciating playoff losses for years.
Yeah.
They lost the finals in 22. They lost that crazy Miami series in 23. Remember, where they were down 3-0, came back and tied it, and then they blew it at home in Game 7.
Yeah.
Like, just agonizing losses for that team.
Yeah. But that's what you have to do as a team to win it all. You really have to learn.
You got to go through one bumps and bruises first. But all that said, I mean, like, you watch this team play, and it's like, shit, man. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they won if OKC is banged up, right?
Yeah. I mean, OKC's really banged up. I mean, so the Spurs have a legitimate shot. I mean, and I'm watching them, Eddie. I'm like, it reminded me of, like, remember that year where the Spurs won and their ball. We watched their ball movement. It was just like an elite level. It was so so much better than any other team in the league. And
it was 2014 against Miami.
There you go. And so that's what it reminds me of. Their ball movement is fantastic. fantastic.
And their defense, and it's all Wemby, man. And when you got a guy like that, I don't know, man. Like it's like, yeah, they're a young team, but fuck, man, they're a bunch of dogs.
This team is going to be elite for a long
I don't want to go against Wemby. Like I would not bet against that guy in the playoffs.
No,
he's a psycho. So yeah, I love what the Spurs are doing, man. That game against Detroit you could feel the magnitude of that game. It was, two young teams on the rise. And the Spurs took care of business, man. I was very impressed. We'll see. Yeah. Looking at the landscape of the West, okay? I like to do this sometimes. But for me, the contender cutoff is 4 teams. And it's OKC, San Antonio, Denver, but they need to get healthy.
Yeah.
They're having a weird stretch. And then there's something about Minnesota that I just like Ant has just been so good this year. And when, they need Gobert to be healthy, but like they have the recipe to be a good playoff team because they play defense and they have a Kobe-esque kind of scorer. So, but yeah, it's those 4 teams that have a shot at winning the West, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then if you're the Spurs, like if OKC's banged up in the East, I mean, shit, man. Like Cleveland with James Harden I think, might have the highest ceiling of any team, and they're on the upswing right now.
They've finally gotten healthy.
They're playing great ball right now, and the Harden thing, he's like the honeymoon phase with Harden. We've seen it. Like it does. It is a thing. When he comes in.
I mean, like he was scoring like 35, 40 points when he was on the Clippers.
I know.
Now they don't need him to do that on Cleveland.
But I do think it's a credit to James Harden's game because, and we saw him do this in Brooklyn too when he got traded from Houston to Brooklyn with Kyrie and Durant, and it was like, oh shit, who's this? Like this is like, it's like kind of James Harden, but it's like Harden mixed with Steve Nash. Like he's actually like passing the ball and getting people involved, and like I kind of like this version of James Harden. Yeah. And he can do that in the right situation. And it's been a nice bit.
There's versions of James Harden I do like, but when he passes the ball, I kind of like him.
I do too. And like, I mean, it's you can't deny the numbers. The guy is a productive player, man. Like
he'll get like he'll get like 8 dimes a game or something like that. Like
I mean look, he's a Hall of Famer, like a first ballot, right? Yeah. MVP, like he's a great player. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. Like
just a dick of a human being, but
I wouldn't say that. He's just a little selfish, man. That's why he never won a title. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The only other team for me in the East, I'll be honest, that's interesting is Boston, because have you been paying attention to the Celtics lately? We haven't talked about them enough this season. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. I'm very aware of the
Celtics.
They're 9-1 in their last 10 games.
Yeah.
They're like pretty firmly entrenched in second in the East.
Yeah.
And
it's all Jaylen Brown, man.
It's all Jaylen Brown. Yeah. It's all Jaylen Brown. He's been outstanding.
Pritchard has been outstanding. Their defense and their three. It's Eddie.
They shoot a ton of threes.
They're shooting threes. Yeah. They lead the league in threes and threes made and threes attempted.
Yeah, and they've rinsed the Raptors a couple times this year.
Oh God!
And the reason why is because we can't score, and they're just fucking bombing threes. It's just a terrible matchup.
Yeah.
They're good, man. And
really good.
But the key with them is like they might get Jason Tatum back in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know.
So if that happens, then
look out.
They could stumble into like making it to the finals.
Yep,
they really could.
Because I mean, I don't other than Boston and Detroit.
And Cleveland. I would put. I don't think the Knicks are good enough this year.
Who, the Knicks?
I don't think the Knicks are good enough.
Well, let's see. Detroit, Cleveland, Boston, the Knicks. Those 4 teams.
I agree, but I would put the Knicks 4th out of those teams.
Yes, I would too. But anything could happen.
I think that's the cutoff. Because Toronto and Philly, like they're not contenders. I think that's the cutoff.
And neither is Miami. Neither is
Orlando. None of those. No,
none of those bottom feeders.
Although I mean, I would love to see Charlotte sneak in as like a 7 seed and.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would be sweating. If I was like Boston or Detroit, like I would not want to play the Charlotte Hornets in a first round series.
No, Charlotte's a good young team.
Charlotte is they've really found something here, man.
Yeah.
Kneppel is a stud.
Oh God, yeah.
Brandon Miller's playing great ball.
Great ball.
Like they got a ton of athletes.
Yep.
I like what I'm seeing, man. I like
Yeah.
what I'm seeing from them. And
So do I mean, surprise, surprise, but yeah, I like that team. I really do.
who's your finals pick? Gun to your head. Right now.
Oh,
If the season ended today, right now.
I'm gonna go with the Spurs,
Wow.
and I'm gonna go with the Spurs in Boston.
I'm picking Cleveland and OKC.
Okay.
I think Cleveland and OKC are gonna, and I think OKC is gonna beat Cleveland again.
I'd like to see that.
We'll see.
Yeah, okay. No, I said it.
No, you said it. You said it.
Yeah, I said it. I'm going with the Spurs in the Celtics.
These picks will change, but it's starting to get to that time of year where it's time to start to every week, every episode, doing a little poll and adjusting it. But all right, Dad, that's
all right.
Covered a lot of stuff tonight.
You sure did.
We'll see what happens. I'll see you next time.
All right, go Spurs.